Hi everyone, welcome back to Anna and Peyton's online psych school. So for today's lesson, we're going to be talking about the basic processes and stages of memory. So the way this video is going to work, so I have some guests who have some questions about this topic. So I'm going to let them come on and they're going to give me their questions and then I'm going to answer them and talk a little bit more about the topic. So our first guest is Craig G, and we'll see what he has to say.
My question to you is, what are the basic processes of memories?
Hi Craig, yes, that's a good question. So the three basic processes are encoding, storage, and retrieval. And we can learn a little bit more about these right here. So basic processes, so the first one, like I said, encoding. So this is the process by which we place the things that we experience into memory. So unless something or information is encoded, it cannot be remembered. And the second one is retrieval. So this refers to the process of reactivating information that has been stored in the memory. And lastly, storage. So this is the creation of a permanent record of information. So in order for a memory to go into storage, which is a long-term memory, so it has to pass through the three distinct stages. So encoding, retrieval, and storage. All right, so now we have our second guest, Peyton G, and we'll see what she has to say.
My question is, what are the memory stages for and what are they?
Hi Peyton, yes, that's a great question. So the stages of memory describe the length of time that information remains available to us, so how long we're going to remember something. And then the three major memory stages are sensory, short-term, and long-term memory. So information begins at the sensory register and then it moves over to the short-term memory, and then eventually it moves to the long-term memory, but not all the information makes it through all three stages, and then most of it is actually forgotten through the process. Alright, so we can learn a little bit more about each individual one now here. So the first one is sensory memory. So this is the brief storage of sensory information. So unless sensory memory is attended to and passed on for more processing, it is forgotten. Alright, so now we have our third and final guest, and let's see what her question is.
So I guess my question is, how long can information be stored in the short-term memory stage?
Hi Paige, yes, that's a good question. So when it comes to short-term memories, small amounts of information can be temporarily kept for more than a few seconds, but usually no longer than a minute. So information in short-term memory is not stored permanently, but rather it becomes available for us to process. And the processes that we use to make sense of, modify, interpret, and store information in the short-term memory are known as working memory. All right. So lastly, we're going to talk about long-term memory, and this is a memory storage that can hold information for days, months, and even years. And the capacity of long-term memory is large. It's very, very big, and there is no known limit that we can remember. Alright, well that's all I have for this lesson on basic processes and stages of memory. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you go check out our other YouTube videos with similar topics to this one.